Hello, my friends. It's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom, and I'm here for my March video, which, I meant to record in February, and, those 28 days go by really fast. Especially when, again, life is lifing. What can I say? We're a whole little crazy here. But yeah, welcome back. I am updating you on what I have finished, because I do have a finish. I can't remember if I showed it or not last week, or last month. I think I was close to a finish. So yeah, I had finished my, this is Autumn Harvest Fairy by Mirabilia Nora Corbett. What used to be available only in kits, now you can just get the PDF of through Hoffman. Now you can just get the PDF printable. And then I can't remember if I have shown my finish of Cardinal Points. I got that one finished as well. So we're just going to show it again, because that's just how life is. This is my finish of Cardinal Points. So I'm excited to get that one. Just going to do a simple frame on that. As you can see, I'm really short on the bottom. But that's how I live. I like to live dangerously. Yeah, so, and I had to put the county that I live in because Roy, Utah is very short. So I did Roy Weber, Utah in 2026, because I did finish that in January. So switched over to a new focus project that I'd like to, when I do categories with Sammy. Oh, this is a channel about cross stitch. Welcome to any new people. See, that's how life has been going. So it's great. It's fine. I've retreated. We've done a lot of fun things. We've done a dance competition. It's been great. But yeah, so that's Cardinal Points by Long Dog Samplers, using the Gentle Art thread, and I believe it was a Grace Notes. Yeah, it was a Grace Notes fabric. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember. It's fine. I'll look it up and then maybe post it down in the doobly-doo. So yeah, let's just get on to what I worked on. My monthly, I like to call it a monthly Sal. And I use this, I believe, for March's categories. Let's look at February's categories, shall we? Okay, February. Okay. So I used Harvest Fairy on closest to a finish, and it took 906 stitches to finish her up. And then for the monochromatic, I used partially my Cardinal Points, and then I also switched to, so here's my Cardinal Points. So I used it to finish up that monochromatic, since I really didn't have anything that's monochromatic technically, because all of the stuff I have that is single thread actually has two colors. It's not the single thread, it's actually two colors of thread. So, but here is my Sal that I worked on. I used this for March's categories that Sammy does. And so February's block was this fun one up here, and then March's block was right here. So this is when I have blocked in, or divided into 12 pieces. So that's what I have there. And this is Cabinet of Curiosities by Clouds Factory. I started this at Crazy Women Stitching with Holly and Andrea. They are some local stitchers actually here in Utah. And I got to stitch with with Holly a couple weeks ago at the Galentine's thing. So we'll just put that right there. My new focus piece, and I know I talked about this in my January video, is Mirabilia from Alice from Mirabilia. And that's what she looks like all finished. I know Jordan the Tattoo Stitcher stitched her up, but she did not do the background, and that was kind of fun. I'm not a fan of this fabric. It is an old silk weaver that I got eons ago. It's just really hard to count. Like, the threads like to slip a lot. So, but that's where I am at. This is with progress from, I believe, from January on. So this has been all filled in, which is really fun. I'm kind of working on this side because I filled in all of this curtain. I have to work on this curtain, and it's like, I really don't want to, but it's much easier than this curtain. But there's a lot of like brain work, because if you look really close, you can see that it's not all 2/2. There's like some 1/1, and so it's, or some one, yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. So, but it looks good from back here, so that's the important thing, right? Right. And that is my focus piece until that one's done. So, and then let's see what the other categories for February were. I also try to get 500 stitches on her anyway, because I do have some pieces that I try to do that on. One of those is, where'd you go? One of those is Castle Walls, is my other focus. And this is by Ink Circles. And we'll just go with these right now, because that's where my brain is at right now. So this is Castle Walls by Ink Circles. They've got little gargoyles and stuff in the things. I got this, my mom got it for me at Acorns and Threads, and it's the called for Glorianas and the called for Feldspar by Picture This Plus, I believe. And so I do 500 stitches on this one, so I'm filling in the blue right here, and then I'll fill in the blue, and then I can move down to the next row of pages, which is really fun. So yeah, and that one is one of my want to touch each month. So I have monthly focus pieces too. So that is Castle Walls. Then for Stitcher's Choice, we're just jumping around. It's fine. For February Stitcher's Choice, it is Miss Ladybug, which I was really excited about this one. I have not worked on it in a long time. And this is also a Nora Corbett. And she's just so cute. And here's where we're at on her. So her little legs are done, and I'm just working on the top part. So we're moving up the bodice, and then we'll work on her wings and the top, and there's just some beading, so she should be pretty quick to get done. I might swap her in for some other things. I swapped her in for my after cardinal points, because I only want a certain amount of projects, and so she got swapped in, which is nice. Okay, and then least amount done, I used my focus project, close to it fairly. Okay, New to You was Odyssey, and this one's getting some love this month for March's categories too. This is the Odyssey by Quaternion Creations. I am stitching it for my daughter because she is obsessed with the musical Epic, which, you know, is great. It's gotten people to like Greek mythology again. So, and I kind of grew up with loving that. So I stitched, I believe I finished this up in February. I got most of Circe done. That's who this is right here. This is their ship. And then up here is where I'm working on. So this month I've finished the rest of Circe, finished her crown, added the little skull there, and then I'm working up the side that the border is starting to come up this way. So I'm gonna stitch, where am I at? I am at, oops, this dude with the wings right here. I'm going to be starting on him soon, so. And I believe that is, because he's dropping something. Let's see. I can't remember who that is. But yeah, so working on that. yeah, that's what I'm currently working on right now, which is super fun. I really liked this pattern, and this is the Dreaming by Live and Die LA. I bought this and started it at Stitch West in October, and then the floss is also a Live and Die LA, the gray one, and then the golden one is the Called For DMC. So, all right, so that is what I worked on for that. Also, I work on every month, I work on my Kingdom Hearts. I'm completing all the black right now. And so this is where we are. And I try to do 1,000 half stitches of it. And this is almost the middle of the project right here. And this is the bottom part. So we're almost to the middle, which is really cool. And then the rest will be that way. And then I'll start filling in from the top, I think. I don't know if I'm going to color complete. I probably will just do the stair-step method because, yeah, it'll be lots easier. And it's on Pattern Keeper, and yeah, that way I can track it a little bit better. So this will come out later this month because I even got to work on this in February. I was really proud of myself. And then the Guardian, okay, let's see here. And then come on. So now that Harvest Fairy's done, I have switched to Easter Fairy because I want to finish those ones. And that's what she looks like. And see, it just comes, back in the day, it just came with all the floss, all the beads, all the Krynic you needed to finish it. And this is Easter Fairy. I'm a little disappointed because on the cover, it shows a lot of like more purpley colors. And these are all blues, which is fine. It looks cute, but like, I think it's like a robin's egg blue, and then I haven't finished the blue up here. It looks really good on the camera, so that's really nice. But yeah, this is Easter Fairy. She's all done right here. I have to finish the egg in her hand and then the wings. And I think, yeah, because I'm working on the basket right now. So, but that's where we're at with her. She's another $500 per month. So, yeah, super cute. Worked on her at the Galentine's retreat, the little day retreat. That was lots of fun. I also work on the Guardian each month. This is by Teresa Wentzler. Started this back in the 90s, and she is not available anymore. You can probably find it at secondary market. This was a Janlin kit. So, and then when I picked it up, I had some of the castle done, and then some of this done. I need to get the original picture. And then the head, I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap right now. And then some of this was done. And so I've matched up with both of those. And I'm like, okay, 1990s-ish Sarah did a really good job. So we were able to match up. And then I'm not doing the fancy border. I'm just doing the single border that's all the way around. But yeah, I'm almost to a full... It's not really because this is back in the day with the whole sheet is on a big piece of paper. So yeah, or the whole pattern is on a big sheet of paper. So I had to copy little bits at a time. So it's like, oh, we really don't have pages to finish. So, but yeah, so I'm working on this part up here, and I'm going to move my Q-snap up, I think. So yeah, that's the Guardian by Teresa Wentzler. This is all the kit stuff. I went from kitting this, I went from bags to, it was a whole mess. So, yeah. That's for March. Okay, we're going to hop into March's categories. And has no black is Odyssey. That's what I'm working on because it has no black. Have it stitched on in 2026. I did my Mermaid Princess. This is by Brooks Books. I don't know if you can get these patterns anymore, because she has passed away, but I do know that her son was trying to save them, so I'm not sure. I haven't checked in on that for a while, but this is, what she looks like. I am crazy and doing this on a 40 count Verdal. The Verdal is nice because it is even weave, so there's no slubs, but she's just so pretty. It's so delicate. So this is Jellyfish Fields by Bestitch Me on Verdal. And, oh, that's looking so good. So I finished all up here, and then I'm now working down in the tail, like C area. We're working in a B5200. So, and there's beads and obviously Krynic and Rainbow Treasure Braid. Oh, that looks so good. And then Make It Pink has actually done patterns to make these like more mannequins. So I'll be adding those on, and then a shelf for the crown. So it doesn't like look like it's floating, because that's my only thing is it's like they're really pretty, but they need to look like they're not just floating. So that's what I did there, and I just left my needle just poking out there. That's cool, Sarah. Good job. All right, so hopefully she'll get some more love, because 40 count is hard. 500 stitches on 40 count, it's a lot. And then what else have I worked on? Worked on you. Currently working on the Odyssey. Where is my reindeer? Oh, there you are. Hi. Okay. And then on the 14th of each month, I work on one of my reindeers. This is the Nora Corbett Christmas Eve Courier series. And I think, yes, I'm actually going to be using this for one of the categories. Ugh. So, and this is Rudolph right here. And I have taken them, and they are in 3 rows of 3. And then I'm going to stitch the sleigh separate. I was going to put the sleigh at the bottom, and I tried that. It looked really weird, so I just cut that part off. Hopefully I have enough. I should. If not, I'll just get another piece of the fabric so it's big enough for the sleigh. But let me grab Rudolph here. And this is Rudolph. And these are the Christmas Eve Couriers, so lots of fun. And that's what we have. And then I do have some haul. Other plans, let's see here. Oh, and then so that's specialty floss. PDF was Cabinet of Curiosities, which I just showed you. And then a Sal is Owl Forest Alice. And that one is in this one. And this is a free Sal. It's over, but it's free, that Owl Forest Embroidery did. And I bought the thread pack back when it wasn't super expensive. An easy way to get Owl Forest threads is to go in with a couple of people and get a couple of different, get a couple of different projects worth. That's what we did. And then split the shipping. So, but that's how long it's going to be. This is one of the corners, and I'm just working my way across the top, I think is what I'm doing. I'm just following the pattern. It's it's PDF. It's free, but I don't want to show it because you can go and look at it. But I'm just following what, piece 1 is. We started in the middle there, and then the White Rabbit's going to be over here, I think. So yeah, and I had to, because the fabric that I chose, I think I may have oriented it wrong, but either way it was too short, so I had to add some fabric to it. So it'll fit in the Q-snap, but it's fine. It'll be fine. So I'll be working on that this month in the midst of all the other craziness that we've got. And then the Galentine's Bash that Brooke put on was super, super fun. Kind of bittersweet in a way, too. We saw Marla, who is Robin's sister, and this was we did it on the 21st of February, and Robin passed that evening, and the funeral was the following week. I was not able to attend the funeral. I was at a dance competition. I tried to get onto the Zoom, and it yeah, it was kind of crazy. But it was good to see Marla and give her a hug, and, you know, she was able to have some time to process and things like that. And so she was very, you know, it was good to see people. It was very small. There was maybe 80 people there, and that's the kind of like sweet spot. I like 100 to 80 people is a really nice retreat. 250 is like my limit. I couldn't do like the Stitch Cons where it's like 400 people, because that's a lot of people. So I'm going to show you our prizes from there. The project was super cute. It's this Galentine's Day by Pickle Barrel Designs, and it was so cute. Little frog prince. I love him, and the little Nomi, and then the little, I'm calling it a flamingo. But yeah, super cute, and it's the whole kit. So I'll be working on that. And then they also gave us, Brooke also gave us the frame to finish it in. I'm not going to take it out of the thing. And then we had the floss game. That was really fun. Basically, it's LCR. And then one of the ladies had 3D printed things, and she was passing these out. Little bunny for your orts. These are needles from Holly. And this was a fun little thing. You can put needles, and then there's 3D printed bobbins in here, and that was from, not Andrea, Andy, I think was her name. She came with Holly, and she was super cute. She's a local stitcher as well. Jan and her mom passed these out. There's lots of little fun Tic Tacs in there. And then I think this one was from Holly too. And that's what we had. That was lots of fun. Kara and Lisa. Kara is K in the Cave here on Flosstube. And she came with Lisa, and we commiserated and had some fun. And it was just a nice little day. Also, Lori, she has a floss tube called the Ogden Stitcher, and she just finished her her Gypsy Queen, and it's gorgeous. And that's the first time she's beaded and stuff. So I'll link her down below. Lori's amazing. Go give her a follow. She's new to the floss tube, to making floss tubes, but she's very prolific stitcher. She's amazing. So I also won a little giveaway, and it was just a random bag of stuff. So it's a Stitching with the Housewives April, just trekking along, some fun pink fabric, and then some Dinky Dyes cotton, which I didn't know they had cotton. I knew they had the silks, but yeah, the cottons are really nice. There's another one. Oops, kind of blowing out. I got a new light up above, so that was been nice. There's that. And then I got my purple package from Miss Sammy J at Sammy J Stitches, and lots of fun stuff in here to be had. Is that everything? Make sure that's it. Okay, so the first thing is Year in the Woods. This is the Bobcat. Aww. Trying to shake that down there. Look at, he's so cute. I love him. So that's Year in the Woods 2. I'm on auto ship with that. And then I'm also on a, basically, Corky Quaker auto ship. So there's the penguin and the moose. I'm going to have to do this for my mom. He is just adorable. So, yep, little fun little Quakers. I love them. And then I also ordered, it was funny because I was like, what is this one on my order? I don't remember. And it's like, oh yeah, I did order her. This is Raina, I believe. Queen of Hearts. And this is from Cross Stitching Art. And the pattern in there looks like, it looks like it's one of those folded ones. But yeah, she's really pretty. I like her. So another fancy lady. She's gonna go in my stash. And then I'm a collector, so had to get Queen of Freedom because I did not have her. So I was very glad that they re-released these. There are people that are selling their re-released ones for super expensive, and I think that's just stupid. But that's me. You do with your pattern what you want. And yeah, you'll be, hopefully get karma bite you back is all I have to say. So, but yeah, this is Queen of Freedom. I probably will be starting her this year. I'm not sure. I want to whip down, so before I start another project, so. Market, I've got a few me pleases into Sammy at Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, because she's my girl. And yeah, so that's what I'm going with. And hopefully I will be back before the end of March. I'm going to try, but you know me and how things happen. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody is having will have a good spring or summer, depending on where you are. It's been nice spring weather for us. We've had some more snow. But yeah, it's like the weather's been kind of crazy. So, but yeah, have a great week, and hopefully I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye.